Today, we're going to be talking about common misconceptions that happen within the coin collecting community. If you watch YouTube for any reason, you're going to find coin collecting channels that say everything's rare, everything's valuable. And there's a lot of myths and misconceptions to this. And I want to address this because the wrong information can lead to misconceptions that can cause collectors to spend too much money or lead them astray. So it's essential that I set the record straight. So, to my new coin collectors, I want you to understand one thing: not all old coins are valuable. Now, that's a common misconception. A lot of people say just because a coin is 2, 3, 400 years old, that it must be valuable. And that simply just isn't right. We can look at Roman coins that are 1,000, 15, 1,800 years old, and we find that there's just not much value in them. In fact, you can find various ones slabbed by NGC that are proven authentic that are only worth $30 or $40. So just because it's old doesn't mean it's valuable. A lot of people want to find that rare, valuable coin. But I can tell you this: most of those coins are already in the top collectors' hands. It doesn't mean you can't find them, it just means they're going to be rare. Now, the value of that particular coin has so many different characteristics: the historical significance of the coin, the amount of coins that were minted, the metal that it was created in. Was it a press or was it hand stamped? Was it done for somebody of affluence or was it done for a common family? Is it a more modern coin that has an error or variety? Is it something that people are clamoring over because it's the new hot thing? There's a lot of different reasons in why the value will go up and down. And just because the value of a price of a coin at one point is high doesn't mean it will maintain and stay that way. I often use the Morgan dollar as a great example of this, where there was one coin considered extremely rare until they found a hoard. And then coins that were going for multiple thousands of dollars in 2 years were now going for a couple hundred. So, rarity, availability, supply, demand, the quality, the strike, the luster, there's so many factors that play into the value of a coin. And just because a coin is in error doesn't make it valuable as well. Now, there are some collectors that collect errors, and to them, it might be worth a little bit more than others. However, there are some that stand out: the die cap, the mule, the doubled die. Many of these things are ones that collectors really want to hold. But not all double dies are equal in value, nor are they equal in rarity. So let's kind of go into a couple of these examples when we can look at some of the varieties and errors and things of that magnitude that have been debunked, but we still see countless videos of them online. One in particular is the no mint mark cent. Now, we see lots of videos about this particular one, and this is unfortunately going to be a myth that's probably there to stick around for a while. The no mint mark cent, there's only 1 cent, and I've talked about this in a number of videos. We'll put one over here for later. 1922 no D is the only one that was purposefully designed to have a mint mark that didn't, and this was due to die abrasion and overuse of the die. All of the other ones were Philadelphia. Now, if you want to get really complex, no mint mark coins could have come from West Point or Denver or Philly, because sometimes other mints will mint a coin for another mint. For instance, sometimes West Point has minted coins for Philadelphia, which doesn't have a mint mark on them. But they're distributed as Philadelphia, and you would never know it unless you happen to get a bag specifically minted and bagged at West Point. Now, that really muddies the water and something that you probably shouldn't worry about, because you'll never know where it was truly minted. In these cases where there's millions of these produced, probably isn't going to be worth anything simply because there's so many of them. It's a common thing. Now, one of the other things is the rarity and the allure of that rarity. We talk about the 1943 cent. And the 1943 cent is absolutely sought after. It's one of the rarest coins. Actually, it's not. See, the 1943 steel cent was minted in the millions, the tens of millions, the hundreds of millions. There's tons of them. But finding them in a high grade makes them more valuable. But as everybody knows, it's that 1943 copper cent that's the rarity. So not all errors, not all coins, even though they're the same type, are worth the same. Now, one of the ones that always gets me is people say that rarity is more important than the quality of the strike. And that's simply not true. I'll give you a great example of a coin in which that's not true. And that's the 1926 San Francisco circulated Lincoln cent. Now, this particular coin, when you look at the strikes, they're not really that great. But there was one in MS68. It's the highest grade, and it's really, really rare to find one at such high quality. And that coin fetched $149,000 simply because it's such a rarity in the high grade. So, what makes a coin valuable? Who knows? There's a lot of different contributing factors to this. So, it's important to understand that just because something's rare doesn't make it more valuable. That's something that's nicely struck. And just because it's an error doesn't make it more valuable, because not all errors are created equal. And just because it's old doesn't make it valuable. You really need to do your research and surround yourself with a team of numismatists and coin hobbyists like myself and my network that allows people to really ask questions and dig deep into those items. We don't always answer first, but we'll always do our best to answer correctly. If you have any questions about coins, or if there's something that interests you, please comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and join us on our coin collecting adventure. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 2 videos up here. Go check one of those out. I'm sure you're bound to find something else you like. Be well, be blessed, and I will see you in the streams. Take care.